Hi, and welcome to today's mini yoga-based stretch session. Today we'll work on the hips and a bit of the arms. I will be needing a block or something similar. We'll start in Malasana or a very yogi squat, deep squat. So bring your feet slightly wider than your shoulders. The toes will point outwards, most likely, depending on your hips, knees, and ankles, and go sit deep into your squat. You might need to adjust depending on how you landed today. And if this is too hard, you can actually use that block and sit on it, or you can lean onto the wall for support. Bring your elbows to the inside of your knees, hands together so you can press outwards with your knees, with your elbows onto your knees, press inwards with your knees, and stay here for a few deep breaths. Try to bring your torso up, don't scrunch, don't roll your back. One more breath here. And then slowly go back up. And we'll go to the next pose, which is gate pose, to create a stretch on the side of the body. So come to a kneeling position. And from here, stretch the right leg out to the side. The foot is flat onto the floor. And then lean your right hand onto your leg. Bring your left arm up overhead and bend to the right over that stretch leg, creating a stretch on the side of the body here. Few breaths. Last breath on this side. And then come back to that kneeling position. And let's do the other side. So now stretch the left leg to the sides. Knee and foot are in line. The foot is flat on the floor. Rest your left hand on your leg and bring the other arm up overhead. Bend over towards the stretched leg. One more breath here. And come back to the center and go to sit on the floor or your mat. Stretch the legs out in front of you. And then bend your left leg. Place the sole of the foot on the inside of the other leg. Lengthen your spine and bend forward over your stretched leg. You can grab your ankle or your foot if you reach. And try to think of bringing your chest towards your knee to create length in the spine for a nice stretch of the hamstrings, but also the lower back. One more breath on this side. And then go back up and let's switch legs. Stretch the left leg, then the right one. Place the sole of the foot on the inner thigh. Lengthen your spine and bend over that stretched out leg. Again, think of bringing your chest in the direction of your knee rather than your forehead. And take a few deep breaths here. Last breath here. And go back up. For the next one, we'll combine a little bit of a toe stretch and a plantar fascia massage with a triceps stretch. So we'll start in that toe stretch. Come to kneeling, lean forward, tuck your toes under, and lean back. And then bring your left arm up, grab the elbow with the opposite hand, and push it towards the center and back, and hold here for a few breaths. Two more breaths here. And then untangle your arms and untuck your toes. For the second side of the tricep stretch, we'll overlap our feet, and half through we'll change the overlap. So first overlap one foot or the other and sit back. And then bring the right arm up, grab the elbow with the other hand and bring it to the center and back. And let's take a few breaths. We'll have there, so let's switch the crossing of the feet, the overlap. One more breath. And relax and uncross your feet. For the last pose, we'll use the block for a supported bridge pose for a gentle hip flexor stretch. If you don't have a block, you can use a stack of books. You can use a sturdy foam roller or sturdy box. In my case, it's about 15 centimeters tall. You can see anywhere between 12, 15, up to 20 centimeters. So see what is comfortable and what can support your weight. I'll have it on this position. So lean back with your feet on the floor, knees pointing up. From here, tuck your pelvis back, lift it into your bridge pose, and then grab that object and slide it under your tailbone. So you can rest it on the block or the box, arms alongside your body, and then just stretch the legs out. You can maybe tuck your shoulders slightly in for a mild back bend and a stretch of the hip flexors, the front of the hips here. Bring one knee in and grab behind it with your hands for same amount of breaths. And notice the difference between having both legs stretched and having one tucked in. And then switch sides, stretch the bent leg, tuck the stretched leg, and take the same amount of breaths here. Lower the foot to the floor, bend the other bend so both feet are flat. Push with your feet, lift your hips, slide the block or other object away, and then lower your back and your pelvis to the floor. And with that, we conclude this short yoga session. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again next time.